let's go ahead and get this recording started. And again, happy and blessed Tuesday night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's team training. If you are brand new to this movement, to the family, and if you've just gotten started with your business journey, having joined us, I definitely want to give you a huge welcome and a big congratulations for taking that step forward and actually following your dreams, believing there's something bigger for you out there. So again, welcome everyone. And for tonight, I know that a lot of us had a great deal of involvement in GoPro. That training was this weekend. Put some flames in the chat if you were able to connect and grow and invest that time in the growth of your business and continued success when it comes to network marketing in this profession. Marisol, I appreciate that. Yes, it was definitely an amazing thing. All of those who were able to appreciate that, grow from it, and learn from it. So on the leadership chat, I'm waiting for some confirmations on who it is I'll be opening up for. I know the topic of training will definitely be powerful and support all of our movement. Also give us that transition after such a phenomenal weekend, right? But I do want to go ahead and start in the spirit of celebration, which is what we do each and every single week. And that's by shouting out the top 10 agents with the highest number of client enrollments, as well as the top 10 agents with the highest number of agent enrollments. That means they've expanded our reach of blessing people. And our number one spot held by for top client enrollments this month so far, held by Vice President Bruno Florida. Go ahead and celebrate him in the chat for that accomplishment. Regional Vice President Reza Ortero, Vice President Dr. Arnold Bogarty, Christina Stewart, Zandra Valles, Anthony Kelly, Lakeisha Correa, Cynthia Guerrero, EVP David Marquez, and Crystal Marrero. So I know you're all muted, but definitely celebrate those huge accomplishments. They top the charts week after week. So they're definitely those individuals we want to keep following. And allowing them to lead us by example is just a blessing. Moving along to our second list of the top agent enrollments for this month, what that's meant is growth in the family. Maybe you were invited by one of these individuals, and perhaps tonight is your first night of sharing this moment with us. So welcome again and congratulations. But our number one spot held by Vice President, Mr. Bruno Floridor, Regional Vice President, Reza Ortero, Vice President, Zandra Valles, Steven Santana, Crystal Marrero, Diamond Brown, Christopher Vitucci, Jamarie Hernandez, your very own Myra Ferreira, and Crystal Bariner, or Chris Bariner, sisters, of course. So go ahead and let's celebrate them, like them in the chat. And I'm grateful and honored to be sharing that list with the greats of the grace within our team. But again, with Team Relentless, I can tell you that we've had a phenomenal weekend when it comes to knowing that the training was going in and plugging in, but I'm waiting on some confirmation from leadership to know which of our phenomenal leaders will be taking the first position in training for tonight. I do want to disclose just something small and personal, if it's okay, if I have your permission, just to be honest and very transparent with you. I'd like to just give you one name of an individual, and I know that overall we are a team of faith and belief. And if I could ever ask you for anything, I would like for you to just add in your prayers, prayers of healing and health and God's will and way for Christian Nunez. This gentleman is actually the father of my two sons, 46 years young. And although it feels like our relationship was lifetimes ago, in a lot of ways it was, I don't want to date myself. But what I can tell you is that with his story, he's an example of what it is to have gone through a lot of hardships. He's had a very challenging life from childhood through young adulthood, maybe not making the best of decisions, but working with what he had, having overcome abuse, repeat incarcerations, as well as battling addiction, and having known that he came full circle and was now serving his community and using his story and his journey as a testimony. And then to as well have gotten word of, him being in the hospital right now, unconscious and on a ventilator. It's weighed very heavy, especially on the hearts of my sons. So again, I know we are a God fearing and honoring and a faith-based team. So I would just ask with that name, keep him in some extra prayers for tonight. And again, that was it. I really appreciate it. I know, like I said, I believe in the power of prayer. So on that note, thank you again. I'll definitely appreciate that with all of my heart. Now, I don't see that our trainer for tonight has connected. I'm not sure if she's there. I think everyone can unmute their lines. But for tonight, we actually have a training that is being provided by one of our regional vice presidents. She topped both charts and she's very familiar. She's someone we've become pretty familiar with as far as doing this business, handling it, and being extremely successful in this business. I'm trying to see if I can give her the rights as co-host to train. I'm not sure if she is on or she can hear me or she's under another name, but ultimately, this young lady is, has, again, topped the charts, killed the trainings, killed her success in this business, and she has a powerful story herself. So I'm trying to see about giving her co-host rights, but I do not see her on the list of attendees. This is none other than Regional Vice President, Boss Lady Reisa Otero. If you can hear me, please unmute your line and let me know if there's another name you're under, or perhaps another way that I can designate you as co-host for this evening. Not sure, y'all. Listen, let's just give it to hiccups in life, right? Hiccups happen sometimes, but let's just give her another moment.
Here she comes, Myra. I smell money in the air. I smell it. I smell it. I feel it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney. I really, really appreciate it. So again, with no further delay, this young lady is going to take over the training. Please be ready to take some notes down, and hopefully your team is plugged in so we can all learn more, so we can earn more. Give your undivided attention to a regional vice president, Reisa Otero. And Boss Lady, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. How are you guys? What's up? So again, just huge shout out to you, Myra. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And again, prayers to you. I saw the message in the chat earlier. So prayers to you and the family. What's going on, Relentless? What's going on? How you guys feeling after GoPro? Type a 1 in the chat if you're excited after GoPro. Tired? Yeah, tired. I see some people like tired, right? It was an amazing weekend. Being able to come off of that, but very inspirational. It happens once a year. So I know the sacrifice is hard, right? Being there 12 hours a day. But let me tell you, I don't know about you guys, it definitely does change your entire mindset. And that's what it's all about. It's being able to hear those stories, take it away. Hopefully you guys already bought your ticket for next year. At the $97, it does goes up to $297. Okay, it does go up to $297. So make sure that you guys get your ticket, get a few for your team members. That's a smart thing to do. We did that last year. We bought about 10 tickets and we're able to bless some people that actually reap the benefits from that. And, you know, I can't tell you how many people were like, thank you so much. Like that changed my life. How many of you guys were crying? Be honest. Type 1 in the chat if you were crying. Right? Yep. Let me see. Who's a crier like me? Yep. I'm sitting there crying, ugly cry. I had to like block my video. But that's really what GoPro does. It makes you realize we're not going as hard as we say that we should, right? It makes us realize that we can do more. Are we really giving 100% to this? And so, you know, I'm going to train a little bit tonight for you guys. One of the biggest things that stuck out to me was duplication. How many of you guys want to find more people like you? You know, think about it, right? How many of you guys want to find more people that actually work, right? That actually come on the trainings, that are actually producing, that really understand the vision. It's very hard to find those people, Guy. And what Eric Worre talks about is 5% of your organization is going to do anything. So how many people do you think you need in your organization to actually find those top 1% leaders? And it's unfortunate, but as long as we know the numbers and we're clear on those numbers, that's all that really matters. And so when you have 2 people that you enrolled and 2 of them don't do anything, understand it's really a numbers game. And once you understand those numbers, you actually have to be out there, you know, doing more recruiting. So how do you take someone from being dependent on you to independent. Those are the skills that really can get you to the next level. You know, what is the code to be able to duplicate within your organization? I know that when we really started exploding the most was when we actually created the testimonial group last year. And that really helped us because it was so simple for agents to add someone to the group, tag them on a video, and then message them because they were sharing information. So again, simple is better. Simple. It has to, when your new agents come in, you got to be able to help them get a customer or an agent immediately. You got to get them paid, right? If you don't get them paid, if they're sitting there for more than 30 days and they haven't seen a paycheck, the chances of them staying within your organization and being fired up and being on every event are very, very, very slim. So how can you simplify the process so that someone can actually see those results? Well, first, you need to be able to teach them how to pique interest. So when we talk about piquing interest, what does that look like? What does piquing interest look like? Let me see if you guys can actually drop in the chat some examples of piquing interest. Piquing interest. Let's see, I'm reading. Piquing interest. How do you pique interest on social media? Attraction, so lifestyle posts, opportunity. Yeah, come on guys, come on. How do you pique interest? How do you pique interest? Results, good one, Amanda. Results, posts about the services, branding, conversational posts. There you go, I was looking for that one. Engagement posts, promotes, testimonials, edification, polls, talk about the services. Yes, so more importantly is engagement. You want to get things that are engaging people into conversation with you every single day, piquing interest and also piquing the curiosity. What a mistake that a lot of new agents make when they get started, and it's okay, I made it too, so it's okay. But as soon as you start with UWE, you go and change your jobs on Facebook and you put UWE agent. Don't do that. If it says on your page right now, you've eliminated the curiosity. Like, I already know who you work for. I can go do a Google search on UWE, and then God forbid I find bad reviews because the other agent didn't know what they were doing. And now I'm like, oh, I want nothing to do with you. So you have to be able to keep the curiosity there. You know, you don't ever see me promote it's a protection plan or UWE. Like, I keep it to where people have to reach out to me, right? So the most thing that I do is credit posts. Yeah, branding, it kind of goes with what you already do. You should have your entire page branded by now, but it goes with posting testimonials, results. That'll pique someone's interest if they see someone's score went up 100 points, and things like that. So that's important. That's something that you guys need to do every single day. When we talk about consistency, that's something that has to be doing. I mean, I probably post, and there's no such thing as over posting. There's some days that I barely post if I'm really busy on calls, and then there's some days that I just over post, right? And I don't think there's anything, if I'm providing value, I really don't feel that it's over posting. I just feel like sometimes I just want to share something, you know? And but this is something you want to have fun with it too. One of the things I give one of my vice president, Zandra Vyas, is that a lot of her posts are like funny, you know, like they're super funny. So people like that. Like, she'll post silly stuff, you know, like I laugh every single time I look at her wall. I'm like, she's just crazy. Like, but guess what? That's her, that's what she's known for. In her story, she always has something funny. So that's what really attracts her market. That's what actually piques the interest of people. And then she'll start dropping in, you know, tips and results and stuff like that when it comes to the credit. But a lot of people are attracted to that sense of humor. So have fun with it too. Like, don't be serious like credit tip, you know, and not have your personality. Let your personality evolve on social media. That's very, very important. All right. The second thing. So pretty simple, right? I guess we could teach, even if you're a brand new agent, on the team, congratulations, welcome. But can we all agree, as a brand new agent, you could do things like that? You can post for engagement. You can start posting, you know, credit testimonies. There's a bunch of brand in your UWE app. There's a bunch of social media templates that you can start to utilize. So that's pretty simple, right? And as a matter of fact, if you're launching a new agent, you can actually send them, hey, look, these are 10 things that I post usually that I get engagement. Let's, for the next 10 days, let's do a challenge. Let's make sure that you post one a day. Every brand new agent, type a one in the chat if that's something that you could do. Probably take you 2 minutes. Won't take you long to do something like that. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about duplicating. We have to make it super simple. We have to be able to show a brand new agent, hey, look, are you able to post this? Are you willing to post this? That's the kind of mindset that you're in. And are they willing to share the information? It has to be super simple, otherwise they will not do it. So I think we can all agree, giving our new agents an assign, hey, look, these are the posts, these are things that you could post. Let's start piquing interest and getting them exposed as soon as possible. Number 2 that you need to teach your agents is how to send information. A lot of brand new agents, the big mistake that you guys make, unfortunately, and I made it as well, is that I would try to talk about the product, and I was so excited, it's amazing, and I was doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong. The first thing that all of your leaders are going to say is, what information can you send? And so right now, when we talk about sending information, I want to make this a little bit more interactive. So type in the chat, what are third-party tools? When we talk about sending information, how can you get information in front of a person that's seeking your credit restoration services or seeking to become an agent without it being you saying the information? And a lot of my agents obviously are doing the ATM, which is our testimonial group. Well, they'll add them to the group, tag them on a video, a 3-way call. Your links, that's the one I was looking for. So many of you have websites and you don't use them. I remember I did a challenge with Vice President Lucinda Lopez. I said, I want to try something with you. If it works, let's go ahead and blast it to the team. Within that week that we tried it, she enrolled like 5 or 10 customers. I said, look, get their information, ask them what's the items affecting their credit, ask them if they have Credit Karma. You guys already know that's my process. What are the items affecting them? Send them the UCS video. Say, watch this 5-minute video, text me when you're done. And that duplicated. People watched the video. They were like, wow, it even says the pricing within the video. And the next question was, any questions? Would you like to get started? And people were like, yes. And she was enrolling people. And so we were able to teach that to a lot of the agents. And that was simple. It was simple to pique interest, have someone inbox you, they were interested. Okay, let me get a little bit of information. What's affecting your credit? You know, what are the items that we can help you with? Take a look at this 5-minute video on my website, text me as soon as you're done. And when they say done or say, hey, I watched it, hey, you know, because they respond back. And obviously if they don't respond back, then they go into your follow-up queue, right? But the next thing when they say that they watched it was asking for the sale. Any questions? Would you like to get started? And you guys will be surprised on how many people are like, yes, yes, yes. Any brand new agent here can do that because you have access to your personalized website that has a 5-minute video that explains the services. Now, one thing that I like about the ATM and being able to have a video that goes over both is that a lot of you guys get too focused on just recruiting clients and you don't expose both. So when you're looking at doing that process, you may be bypassing an Xavier Marrero. You may be bypassing a Rob Santiago. You may be bypassing a Myra because you're sending your client link instead of having them watch the UWE link that talks about both. It talks about being able to restore your credit and make additional income. A lot of you guys are making the decision for that person. You didn't even give them the opportunity. And then you wonder why your business is not growing. Why not leave that option in their hands? So third-party tools, the UWE website also has a video. Okay. How many of you guys are aware that your UWE website has a video that talks about becoming an agent? Okay. Also, there is a lot of tools out there as far as recorded webinars that Xavier has done, that Myra has done, that I have done, that Rob has done, that a lot of the top leaders, that's also something that you can use as a third-party tool. All right, something that they can watch. And then the third, okay, What else? So what about an Facebook group? You know, do you have a Facebook group with potentials in it? The app, how many of you guys have the app? Type of one in the chat. I want to make sure all of you guys have the UWE app, because it's full of videos. It's full of videos, it's full of exposures, it has the social media templates in there. Those are the tools that will duplicate your organization. And so if you're a brand new agent, if you're a brand new agent on here and you don't have access to that, you're missing out on the biggest marketing tool, right? If you're a brand new agent and you don't know how to open your websites, that's your biggest marketing tool. And so people can literally see your products and services right on those websites without you having to say a word. And so that's duplicatable. Can we all agree that any brand new agent can post something? They can send a link to their website, have people watch a video. How hard is that? That's not hard at all, right? Number 3 is validation. This is the part that a lot of people miss. You may be doing the post and the sending, right? You may be doing the post and sending information, but then you don't bring in your leader to validate. See, as a brand new agent, it's very hard to say that you've seen results. It's very hard to say that you've made the type of money that can be made, right? But you have to be able to attach them to a leader, right? And so, for instance, if you're a vice president and you brought in a brand new agent, imagine if that brand new agent is not validating or using you as validation, how many more agents are we missing out on? How many clients are we missing out on because there's no validation? This third part is very important. Okay, creating a 3-way chat with your upline. So if you do not know who your upline is, it's very important that you write whoever it is down, a sales director and above, or the person that personally brought you in. Creating that validation, creating a 3-way chat, right? And saying, look, I want to introduce you. This is Raisa Otero. I just had her watch our video. She's interested in becoming an agent on the team. She knows everything. I wanted to bring you in front of one of our leaders so they can answer any questions that you may have, right? And edify that leader into the 3-way chat. And now you have that validation part. So guys, remember 3 things, very simple to remember: post, send information, and validate. Those are the 3 things that are needed to duplicate our organization. How many of you guys agree that sometimes we overcomplicate it? How many times you agree that someone inboxes, you freak out? You're like, oh my God, what do I say? Oh, you're reaching out to your upline like, oh, I don't even know what to do. This person wants to be part of the business. I don't even know what I do. Let's be real, right? When the reality is that you guys have the tools. You guys have the tools in the palm of your hand. Your website is a tool. Both of your websites are a tool. You know, if you're part of my organization and you have access to doing the ATM, I mean, I can't, like, that's so duplicatable. That's so duplicatable. And guess what? If you don't have a testimonial group, if your leader doesn't have a testimonial group, create one for you and your organization. I don't care if you have 1 agent or 2 agents. Start building it now. And start every person that's a client potential, agent potential, put them in that group and start sharing your personal results. Have your agents share their results. I'm telling you, you guys will start to really, and if you're comfortable doing the presentation, most people are not, but then I have those people that come in and they're like, I could present, no problem, right? So it depends where you are. The faster you can learn how to present this, I was just telling this to my leaders. The faster you can learn to get the information in front of people or be able to do live Zooms and a webinar, your organization will explode because now the information is being put in front of them in another way. Does that make sense? In a more live, more personal, and it's coming from the person validating. And so who qualifies to be doing these presentations? Everybody. Guess what? The presentation is in your back office. It's already created, the PowerPoint. All you got to do is read the slides and add your story to it. How many of you guys, type a 1 in the chat if you've seen a score increase on your credit report with this program? Type a 2 in the chat if you've been able to buy a home because of this program. Type a 3 in the chat if your score has increased 100 points or more. All right, look at these results, guys. All of you guys are qualified to do a presentation Because at the beginning of the presentation, the most powerful part of the presentation is your story, is your results, is people seeing that there's real people out there that said yes to this opportunity, that said yes to this presentation, that said yes to be on, that said yes to be a part of this amazing company that in turn changed their lives. Look, 3. You saw how many 3s were in the chat? That means over 100 point. That's crazy. And so a lot of you guys don't think that you're qualified enough to do a presentation. All you got to do is tell your story and read the slides. That's it. And then a lot of people are comfortable with doing the first half because they're comfortable with the services, but then they get to the business part. If you don't know how you get paid, that's a problem. How many of you guys ever went to a job interview and told them, okay, don't worry, just pay me whatever, I'll take the job? And you saying that you don't know how to do that second portion, you're pretty much saying you don't know your compensation plan. You're pretty much saying you don't know how to get paid. And I think we can all agree that's an issue, because if you don't know how to get paid, how are you going to get to 6 figures? How are you going to get to 5 figures a month? If you don't know how to execute that, it's all a numbers game. If you want to make $1,000 a week, guess what? That's 10 customers a week. But how much will that build in residual? And what if those 10 customers, you probably only expose them to the client portion, but what if you expose them to the agent opportunity instead? Go ahead and type your title in the chat. Field trainer, senior field trainer, SFT, SD. As a field trainer, you make $160 per agent. As a senior field trainer, you make $240 per agent. As a sales director, you make $380 per agent. Guys, we got to start working smarter, not harder. Understand that every agent that you're bringing into the organization is about the change, the personal development. Name 3 things that this company has done for you in the chat right now. 3 things. 3 things that has changed your life with this company. For me, personal development. I'm not the person I was 4 years ago. I have a family, a big family, nationwide, right? I've been able to travel. Look at this. Soul sisters, time freedom, credit increase, more time with family, travel, personal growth, discipline, see a vision. I travel more. I travel and get paid. I like that one. Money. Walter says money, right? Homeschool my autistic daughter. How many other people need that? But you're just showing the client portion. What if your sponsor didn't share this with you? Think about that for a second. What if your sponsor didn't share this with you? Where would you be right now? I think about that every day. If Xavier thought in a moment not to introduce me to the business opportunity, where would Raisa be today? And so think about that next time when you feel like, I don't want to really bring up the business opportunity, this person, I don't think they're going to want to do it. You already in somebody's pocket without even knowing the situation. Imagine if I did that to Lucinda. Imagine if I did that with Zandra, with Natalie. What if I told Natalie that, you know what, you just need the services. You're too busy. You got a restaurant. Let me just show you the client portion. She wouldn't have gone from an 1,100 square foot restaurant through an 11,000 square foot restaurant, guys. So the next time you are doubting presenting the business opportunity because you feel that you don't know it, you have tools. Your UWE video works good, and start involving your mentor. And the faster you can become a presenter, the better. But it's all about duplication, because guess what? Once you hit field trainer, you're a leader. And you need to show them how to duplicate. How simple is it to show someone that just came onto your team, let's activate your services, let's get you to post, here's how you send information, and put me in a 3-way chat. How faster can your organization grow? We make this too hard, guys, when it's really simple and we have the tools. And so for me, it's all about basic training. I wanted to do a 30-minute training with you guys. 1 + 1 = 2, like they said at GoPro. You have to be able to get someone their first win as soon as possible. It has to be light. It has to be fun. It can't seem like it's too much. And so that leads into the daily method of operation. The 3-3-3. It's another skill of duplication, the 3-3-3. I just posted it for my team. Every single day, we're going to do a challenge. Every single day, everybody on my team is going to do a 3-3-3. Every day. This is daily. I don't care if it's a holiday, Sunday, Monday. I don't care. This is a daily method of operation. But guess what? It's very simple. How long does it take you to add 3 friends? Do it right now. How long does it take for you to add 3 friends on Facebook? Do it right now. Go to your mutual. What I usually do is any of my friends, I go to their mutual friends. Or I strategically type realtor at the top or tax advisor, and I start looking for business professionals. But how easy it is to add friend, add friend, add friend. It doesn't take long. It takes 2 seconds. Every brand new agent here could do that. Matter of fact, if you're a brand new agent, you should definitely be doing this right now as your DMO, and you should be doing this. Put this on your calendar every day. You don't even have, probably 15 minutes on your calendar. It will take you to do this every day, because this right here, every day is pushing your business further. Every day you're pushing your business forward just by doing a little bit every single day. Think about reaching out to 3 people every day, times that by 365. See, a lot of times we don't think we're doing enough, but at the end of the day, it's about the compound. It's about the compound effect. But what happens is a lot of people are not doing it at all, or they do it once a week. That's not going to compound. Look at everybody wrote done in 2 seconds. All right, so write that down. Add 3 friends every single day. Make this a part of your routine. And I know a lot of you guys may go more than that. That's fine. But for your brand new agents, think about that. That's duplicatable. That's something that you can have any brand new agent do. Okay. Second one, comment on 3 posts and stories. Guys, social media is for you to be social. A lot of you guys want people to like and post and comment on your stuff when you post it, but you're scrolling through everybody's posts and you're not being social. You know, so if you see someone just got engaged, hey, congratulations. You know, if you see someone just bought a house, you know, and one of the tricks that I've learned too, just don't say one word. Say a couple words, a sentence, at least 4 words, so that you stand out from everybody else. Everybody else is saying congratulations, but now if you say, hey, congratulations, super excited for you, sis. Now they're like, oh man, like everybody else said this, but she said this. You see what I'm saying? You want to stand out within the comments. Start building those relationships. So that's the second thing. On three people's posts, somebody's post, and obviously not somebody on the team. That don't count. Okay, it has to be, you know, someone that's on your friend list. But three comments. How easy is that for a brand new agent? If you're a brand new agent, go and comment on 3 people's posts, right? We probably do that anyway throughout the day. And then the third one, ask 3 people if they're open. Ask 3 people if they're open. Hey, so as you add those new friends and you see that it says friend request accepted, right? Guess what most of you guys do? Nothing. You just let them watch on your page. No, as soon as someone accepts my friend request, I go in their inbox. Hey, thank you so much. Super excited that I got connected with you. You know, here on social media, I like to share what I do. I help people with finances. I help people get into homes, cars. Do you know anyone that's open to making additional income or increasing their credit score? Asking if they're open. 3 people. You should be asking 3 people a day if they're open to see information. If I showed you a way to increase your credit score and create an additional income without interfering with what you're doing right now, are you open to taking a look? And so anybody could do that. And we have those scripts, right? So we do have scripts out there for that. We'll post them in the Relentless Fan. But all it takes is having your new agent send that to 3 people. And guess what? They say, I'm open. Right? I'm open. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll take a look. You know what? I got to fix my credit. Oh, you know what? I need to make more money. Guess what they do next? Guess what they do next? What did we show? The 3 laws of duplication, right? So you pique the interest by inboxing them and asking them if they're open. Then you're going to share info. Same thing. We go back to the basics. Share info. Hey, here's my website. Watch this video. Text me when you're done. And then validate. guys, how much faster will your organization grow? And so again, the only way that we're going to duplicate, the only way that we're going to create multiple field trainers, the only way that we're going to get to the next level and change other people's lives is by making it super, super simple, guys. So that's my time. That's really all I had. I really wanted to dive deep on the daily method of operation and just to keep it super simple when it comes to the duplication process. So I don't know who's next. I'll give it back to Myra. Thank you. God bless you guys. Love y'all.
Thank you for that training. I know the activity was seen in the chat, always bringing us so much value. I know the entire team thanks you for that, and it is much appreciated. So as far as our next session in training, this is an individual that I'm thankful for having been able to meet him by way of this opportunity. He inspires me every single day. He has been consistent. He is a true example of what it is to just following a dream when it comes to not only arriving to this country, but also with taking that huge leap and step forward in faith and killing the game when it comes to this business, right? He topped both charts. That's pretty much an ongoing thing for this gentleman. He is not only a vice president at this point, he is also at R&R level 1, but he has topped the charts again throughout his whole, I think, career. So it's very impressive to know his story. I've been a witness and forever a student. Much appreciation for him on my part, as well as a ton of respect. So please give all of your undivided attention to none other than Vice President, Mr. Bruno Florida. Can you hear me okay?
Boss lady, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, you got it, boss.
Man, oh man. I want to go ahead and give it back to God first and foremost. And I also want to go ahead and give it back to you, Myra. I mean, guys, let me tell you something, man. Drop a I love you, Myra, in the chat. I mean, she's just telling you what's going on. How many people would say, you know what, can we find somebody else to host this training? Like, let's think about it. She is so committed. I mean, jump to this training, y'all. To man, listen, man, that's so much commitment. I mean, I'll pray for you, your family. Everything will be okay, man. I mean, so much dedication, man. We love you, Myra. We really do. And also give it back to boss lady Reza Otero, who actually give you everything, yo. I mean, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about the 90 days. The 90 days one. So I mean, we had an amazing training. 3 days training GoPro, and Miss Reza Otero just giving you everything right now. Miss Reza Santiago. I'm so sorry, right? So again, she give you every single thing that you actually can have. Today I'm gonna talk, about the 90 days, but I'm not gonna do it alone, right? That's someone I have a lot of respect for. We're gonna do it together. That 90 days, we're gonna go ahead and actually lead that training together. This is someone, again, I have a lot of respect for. I call him brother, right? Yesterday we had a chance to celebrate his birthday. So we're gonna go ahead and do this training together. He's also a vice president, someone I have a lot of respect for. I mean, when he speaks, I listen. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually, see if we can have Mr. Rob Santiago to this training. Can you hear me okay, my bro?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man.
Tag team for the 90 days. Let's run it.
Let's go. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about 90 days. And the first thing I can say, I'm going to go ahead and talk about today is going to be accountability. I think, when I look back to, my career in network marketing, I started a few 90 days and I never get them, complete. I actually complete one 90 days, and just to keep it honest with you guys, only one complete. And the reason why I get it complete, it was because I have accountability. It was not just me. It was somebody else who was like, you know what, man, let's go ahead. What about you? How many customers you have? How many agents? How many presentation you did? It was accountability. So again, that's going to be the first thing I think you should write down. Preparing your 90 days, you have to have accountability. Even on your pre-launch, And I have other things I'm going to go ahead. I have 4 other things I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys, which I think, is going to be helpful to have for your 90 days. My brother Rob, so, sharing with, we're going to share, to the people, what they should have for
absolutely.
that
and again, bro, I want to give it back to you, and obviously Raisa and Myra, man, always you guys are always pouring into the team. I know that there's not enough thank yous for what you guys all do, man. And right now, what you just mentioned, accountability, is huge. So if you could get, sometimes the accountability partner is not on your team. It's okay. Like, just as long as they're in the business, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be in the business. You can have somebody who's outside of the business and that's just keeping you on track. Like, make sure that you remind me, call me, give me this word of motivation. Like, you just never know. Sometimes the best accountability partners are not even in the business for you. But you touched on something, Bruno, is preparation for the 90 days. One thing that I did, was crazy, guys. I'm going on my 4th year in this business complete in like 2 weeks. Like, literally, I signed up. I hit the submit button on FES before UWE, December 23rd of 2017. I'm going on 4 full years of this. And in those 4 years, I really only done 2 serious 90-day runs. 2 serious 90-day runs that I put everything into. The first one was when I got started. We hit RSD in 90 days. The second one was after 26 months of being an RSD, where I was fed up with it, and we went VP in that 90 days. But what did we do different in those times? In my second 90-day run, what I did differently is that I prepared the team mentally for it. Right now, prepare them now. As we're going into don't wait until the 90-day run starts to get them prepared mentally. Get them prepared for the season that's coming. Map out the 90. Don't just talk 30-day time. Map out the whole 90 days, right? How it's going to look, the contest that you're going to have, the trainings that you're going to have. And one thing that I did, Bruno, that helped me go VP, I shared it was a team goal. So the volume that we were generating on a daily basis, I was sharing that with my organization. My leaders are on here. They know. So Monday, the first day of the volume month, team, as an organization, we're at 3,000 in volume, 4,000 in volume, letting them see the goal, because when we hit vice president, it's not me and you, Bruno, who did it. It was an organization who hit that title. So understand that as you guys grow and you hit these titles, leadership roles, it's not you who did it, it's the team. So show them that, right? Open up your books, open up your R&R, open up the volume. I showed my team every day of those nights. You know what's crazy? Anthony's on here. They would ask me in the morning, Rob, where we at? Rob, where we at on volume? Yo, where we at? How far are we? The people who are plugging in and really about that team goal is going to make it happen. So that's something, preparing the team, visualizing it, and then showing them the volume numbers, showing them that we were increasing, that the R&R was close. So when we were in that 90 days, we mapped out ESD, R&R, and vice president in those 90 days. And I showed the team the process. And in that process, we were able to accomplish that. So accountability is huge. And I think preparation and just being open, transparency with your organization is another step in that 90 days that helps a lot.
I love that, man. I love that. I take notes. Obviously, this is something I need to implement, because I did it. I did it when I hit R&R. But sometimes we did things and then we get to a position, we continue moving forward to the next position and we don't implement what we did prior to. So it's actually dope. That's something I want to go ahead and catch your attention to. You said you signed up in the business December 28th?
23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
December 23rd.
Yep. Okay. I was thinking about 28. I'm like, hold on. I came in this country December 28th. So, so talking about preparation, man, the second thing that I have for the 90 days, it was a plan. It was a plan. A lot of time I've seen people, even before I go to bed, you know, like I usually said in any training that I did, you know, I have a plan for the next day. I'm not going to go to sleep without knowing what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm not just going to wake up. You know, I have to give God, I have to give, you know, I have to tell God, if this is what I'm going to do, this is another reason to wake me up. And on your 90 days, I think you should have a plan. I share, you know, my plan, some of my plan with my team 2 days ago, right? Yesterday. Why yesterday we had a call 12:30 with my leaders. I share actually my plan for the 90 days, what I'm gonna do. Why? What am I gonna do? Maybe this is not what you wanna do. Some people, I know that, you know, they have some big vision. This is what they wanna do. They can implement those things. So again, you gotta know exactly what you're gonna do, how many PBR you're gonna do. We have a Monday training, a Monday PBR here in Tampa. We also have a Wednesday following the next week, why Mr. Otto Bargany gonna host this event every Thursday. So you have those events. Now you gotta also already think about, where can I find prospect? Because this is one of the skills you have to develop. Where I'm gonna find prospect, right? Finding prospect, reach out to your mentor, have a conversation and see different ways, and note those things. Have different ways you're gonna find prospect. Because if you can find prospect, you already have the PBR. And Ms. Reza Santiago went over this one as well to tell you that, listen, it's very important to know how to present, because now you don't have to wait for Monday. If you have somebody, you can meet up on Starbucks, on Pinea Bread. I mean, let me tell you guys something, man. I speak a couple times to some leaders and I say, some of you guys, you spoil you. Why? Let's be honest, you spoil you. Because there's a lot of things that you have what now. I did not have those things when I signed up. We want to go ahead and create those things, make those things happen. So a lot of time you have to, right? Learning the presentation, do the presentation. You're going to fail. Some people, they're going to walk away as you're doing the presentation. People are going to log into the Zoom. They're going to log out. Keep going. Why? This is going to be part of your 90 days, but you got to have a plan. How many PBR? How many webinar? You know, you got to build everywhere. You have to have a plan. And the major thing is finding prospect, because a lot of time you have those plans, but because you don't have any prospect, why? Guess what happened? Now you have the plan, but nobody showed up. Why? So again, founding prospect is one of the skills. Pretty much, you know, next week we can have a training, you know, on that, just to show you guys how to founding prospect. So that's gonna be really what I would say is having a plan. Share it with your mentor. Ask your mentor, what do you think we could we could put inside of this? And also, if you have a team, share it with your team. Maybe they don't want to do all of those things. They can implement some of these things for the 90 days moving forward. So I'm gonna pass it back to you, my bro.
Nah, good info, bro. Yo, put some flames in the chat for Bruno, man. Always dropping nuggets. One thing that I wanted to add on to everything that we're saying is to be in this season right now, is to really be involved and congratulate each other's wins, man. Just because like what Raisa was going over, the minimum, just getting the 3 ads a day, right? You know, reaching out to 3 people, just the basics, DMO of every day. Like, congratulate those wins when people are done with that. You know, like, man, look, I just added my 3 people. I added 10 people, or, you know, I may have got a referral source. I may have got to credit my rent. It might have been a secure credit card that I enrolled. All of those things. And don't forget those too, because that all counts in volume, right? Let's not forget about those additional things that we do to help people, but just celebrate each other. Right now, I feel like that's the season that we need to transfer more of that positive energy around, you know, because where I see a lot of people is that, man, somebody gets on fire and they start putting in customers and agents, and some people, that discourages them instead of encourages them. You know what I mean? So like that, everybody goes through their season, even as vice presidents. You know what I mean? I know Bruno's like, he be enrolling 100 people a day sometimes, but there be days that I don't get nobody. I'm putting in all the work, and I'm putting in, you know, I'm saying when the meetings, I don't have 3 sit downs and I didn't close or whatever the case is, but I see somebody else who the fruits of their labor came out that day. Just always clap for everybody. Have that energy in your organizations. I really don't think people should be having their own team chats until they're at a VP level. Honestly, that's one thing, because what happens is that there's a lot of people that at a field trainer, senior field trainer level are starting to already create their team chats, and the information is not flowing and the energy is not flowing to all of those yet. Again, that's just a recommendation of mine. I started mine as a regional sales director, but I was operating as a VP, as the regional sales director at that time. If you already operating in that direction and we know, then by all chance, you know what I mean, just make that happen, but keep that energy flowing. Right now, we just came off of GoPro. GoPro, this season is one of my favorite seasons because I know the year is done with. To me, it's done. 2021 is gone. It came and gone, the good and the bad and the ugly, right? Thank God that we're all here. A lot of people didn't make it to December 7th, you know, where we're blessed to be where we are. But now be excited about where we're going into. Painting that vision for people is big in this 90-day time frame. And it's also big on retention too. Think about that, right? If you just 1 month at a time or a couple weeks at a time, when you're painting the vision for 90 days, you're making that commitment when the agent is coming in. Man, look, between now and tax season, it's about to get crazy for the farmers. The farmers on the team about to have a huge harvest in the next couple of months because of the amount of effort that they put in today. The seed planting and the soil and everything got to start. You got to start warming up them warm contacts, teaching your team how to warm up those contacts, preparing for the project. You guys right now are working on the biggest project of your life. There's the biggest project of your life in these 90 days, and you have to have sense of urgency. Teaching your team high energy and sense of urgency within these 90 days are going to create a lot of momentum for you guys. That every Saturday, and I've said this on other trainings, every Saturday is the last day of the volume month. Treat every Saturday as the last day of the volume month. Clap for each other on every win that you have. Transfer high energy, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, with a combination of all of that, millionaire mindset, team relentless trainings, there's no way that you guys are not going to achieve what you want to achieve in this season. As long as you go out and farm the right way, you guys are going to hit it. Yeah, Bruno, I'll pass it back to you.
Man, that was some powerful information. Guys, let's drop a 1 in the chat for my bro Wab, man. I mean, it's a lot of value. I mean, I take some notes. You actually, pick talk about the vision, for keeping our agent for 90 days. Not because we want to go ahead and keep the cabio. It's because we know transformation happened in 90 days. And most people, they don't really know business. So when we set a game plan for 90 days to keep our agent for 90 days, it's not to keep the cabs. It's for them to see a transformation, and we can have a better testimony. We can change more lives. So I'm glad you speak about this. And guys, if you don't know, right, for those who reach out to me before and say, how did you get all of those agents? With the vision, not the video, not with the vision of the team, what we planning to do. The video, the three-way call come after. The third party come after is with the vision, because people want to see themselves in a vision. So, talking about what the preparation for the 90 days, let me tell you this, right? We have Dallas, Texas coming. So you're not going to tell me that you're going to have a 90 days one. Do you know why the 90 days one is important? The 90 days one is for you to create a new team. It's for you to create momentum. So now think about what Dallas, what now? So you talking to me about holidays? Let me tell you something. Looking at all of those people who make millions, you're going to see they working crazy during this time. Grant Cardone, all of those people, they promoting, they're going crazy. They can even sit somewhere. Now, I'm not saying don't celebrate holidays. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what now? You should be smart to say, hold on, if I'm going to start my 90 days after Dallas, so what I'm going to do what now? I'm going to take the time not only to reach out to the inactive agent, to recruit them again, even though they don't sign up all over again, but to recruit them, make them come back and get their ticket for Dallas, to recruit new people on your team in the preparation of your 90 days. You don't want yet. You need people to do it. If you're going to do it yourself, you might not have enough to stay in the 90 days. But if you have 5, 10, 20, 100, whatever is your numbers goal, Why going to that 90 days and say, okay, let's go. So now I can say, you know what, let me go to Memphis again for a presentation because I have 2 agents in Memphis. I have, you know, I'm going to go back again to Atlanta. Now you can travel, you can have different meeting, or if you want to be local, when Mr. Arnold Bargety have his event on Thursday, you can bring like your 5 agent can bring 10 people together. Now we don't even have space because you guys are in your 90 days. So what now? You should take a lot of time to really, you know, going hard for the dollars, not just you, a team, going with a team over there. Be smart, going with a team over there. So now you don't even have yourself that's going to go to a 90 days. Do you know how people are going to go crazy after Dallas? So think about what now if you have 2 people going to Dallas with you, if you are a field trainer. If you are a senior field trainer, you got 5, you got 10 people. If you are a sales director, I even tell my new agent, don't go by yourself. Don't go by yourself. What you have plenty all of those time. Why are you gonna show by yourself? Why not changing somebody's life? I mean, this even gonna change people's life. Now you can really have the potential to go to a 90 days, not just with yourself, but also with other people. That's gonna keep you in the game. And again, guys, pre-app, launching people. Why? Reach out to your mentor. This is a time to really get closer to, you know, to your mentor. This is a time for love. I'm telling you, during those times, before the harvest come, the devil gonna attack you. You're gonna feel like, oh man, it's the harvest coming. You might have some people, you know, attacking you. It might be your family member, your friends who say, man, you've been in this thing the whole 2021. It doesn't do anything for you. This is the time to drop the ball. It's gonna be a new year. Harvest is coming. Whatever it is, harvest is coming. What now? This is the time to really going crazy. Why? In your preparation, that you can really go crazy in your 90 days.
That's powerful.
Yeah, a lot of you guys going to rip some, man, your harvest is gonna be great. But if you don't really get what I'm saying, you're gonna drop the ball, because I'm telling you, you're gonna have people coming on your head. You're gonna have persecution. You're gonna feel any type of way. Some of you might already know what I'm talking about. Why now you feel like, oh my gosh, should I really stay? So harvest is coming. For those who were on before, they might tell you, harvest is coming. Harvest is coming. 2022 gonna be the biggest year, especially after Dallas. So you don't want to miss out, man. You want to prepare right now. After Dallas, launching your 90 days, man, you can win and win big, man. So I'm gonna pass it back to you, my brother Rob.
Man, I feel like we playing hot potato. Look, I want to end it here. Just know that, you know, again, like Bruno said, you're gonna get tested. Right now, I feel that 2021 was a year of tests, testing a lot of people's faith and, you know, staying with this thing, and just be proud of yourselves for being here right now. But get excited, really turn the flame on and show people what you're going to do. Create a new team. Go out there. No disrespect to the team that you do have. That don't mean that you leave your team behind. But what we're telling you is that you have to go and hit that switch, that beast mode switch, that recruiting switch, right? That I don't want to hear the, oh man, I can't enroll agents, I can only enroll customers. No, you got to go out there, tell them. I put a post the other day, be intentional. 2021 is a year of domination. I'm going to grow the biggest, fastest, most successful organization that my company has seen in 2022, and it's starting right now. I already planted that seed. I already put that seed in before the 90 days. People know, like, Rob is starting a project. The biggest project of my life, the biggest 90-day run of my life is about to happen. You either want to be a part of it, you're going to watch it happen, period. Sense of urgency, we run into the top with or without you, right? We have the best tools, the best leaders, and the best compensation plan. We've seen 3 of our UWE mentors at the Grow Pro stage. Put some flames in the chat for Lakeisha, Alfred, Ashton, for paving the way for us, right? I know X is going to be next up, right? Shout out to our SVP. But they paved the way. How powerful is that to see 3 and to say it, African-American, colored, right, from our organizations to be representing us on the highest platform in our industry, and over 70,000 people seeing the process that they went through. You got to be fired up to see that, to see Ashton see his mentee be able to train at GoPro. You know how powerful that must feel? Guys, we coming up. We next, right? Put I'm next in the chat if you feel that your next, this 90-day run is going to take you to that GoPro stage. That's where we all going. So look, guys, again, just have that high energy, that high faith, claim what is already yours, and we'll see you at the top. Myra, I think that's enough. We'll give it back to you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. The training is always on point. It was a beautiful combination of both of you bringing all of that magic, just serving the entire team. We constantly learn from both of you, and your success, of course, it has left clues that we can pick up and shorten the learning curve for all of us, right? So hopefully you paid attention, made note of it. Also, as what Bruno mentioned briefly, for this particular week, tomorrow night, Wednesday, our Vice President, Dr. Arnold Bogarty, will be hosting a local PBR at Glory Days. That's here in the Carrollwood area off of Dale Mabry Highway. I know the flyer is in the chat. And if you've ever wondered where the closest PBR is happening for you in your city, it's in your hands. Like Raisa was saying, you are qualified. But also understand, we get to be hope dealers. We get to tell people that there's something bigger than maybe what they've already seen in life. So please go out there, constantly do that. Maybe that's your gift during this holiday season that you can share with someone else and bless someone else with believing and knowing that it's necessary to move forward and grow throughout life, having vision of what's possible. Thank you all for the prayers, for the beautiful words. Bruno, I had to shut the camera off because I can be a crier, but this ain't the time, this ain't the place, and that ain't gonna get nothing done. I will let my faith continue to carry me, just as all of us need to at this time. And we can continue to be that ray of light and that hope for people that otherwise are living life on autopilot. Thanks again to our leadership. God bless each and every single one of you. We look forward to seeing our Senior Vice President, Xavier Marrero, cross the stage and be at GoPro. Huge shout out, of course, to Ashton, Alfred, and Lakeisha. It's extremely powerful to see the growth. And definitely a big, big round of applause to all of you, knowing that you can count yourselves in and consider yourselves as those who are next. So on that note, we are out. I owe y'all 2 recordings already for trainings. This will be shared as well. God bless everyone. Take care and have an amazing night. And thank you again so very much for the prayers.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.